friends, Emily here, and it's time for my June TBR list. And it's a pretty decent sized one, I'd say. First, talk about the books that I am currently reading, and right now I am reading Skin Game by Jim Butcher. I'm about halfway through. Hopefully, I'll be getting it done early this week. And this is the 15th book in the Dresden Files series, and it's just so good. I love the Dresden Files. Wizard's named Harry. I mean, I can't resist. I just can't resist him. And then I actually finished the selection last night by Kiera Cass. And just, guys, I had no idea I would get this emotionally invested in this series. Like, it's completely ridiculous, but I have to know what happens. I have to know. And also, I love Maxim. I love him. He's awesome. He's the best. And yeah, so technically I read most of this book in May, but I finished it in June. So I guess it has to go on my June wrap-up at the end of the month. I don't know. Which of course brings me to the books that I will be reading after I am done with Skin Game, and now that I know the selection, I will of course be going on to The Elite by Kiera Cass, the second book in the selection series, and I've been listening to them on audiobook, which I've been enjoying because it's like a really fun way to spend my commute to and from work, because like you don't think about traffic, you're just kind of thinking about, you know, all the crazy ridiculousness of the selection series. And I'm super excited, and also I've been told that my reactions to the selection when I've been texting with my friend who told me to read them have been very entertaining and really fun, so I'm thinking I might make a reaction video as I listen to The Elite and post it when I'm done, and so if that's something that you'd like to see, let me know. I, of course, checked out the 9th book in the Chicagoland Vampire series, Wild Things, because I just finished the 8th book the other day, and I'm so addicted to Chicagoland Vampires, and it's awesome, and I'm so excited just to keep going. And I think there's going to be 13 books in the series. She has 12 of them out right now, and the 13th is coming out, I think, sometime this year. Don't quote me on that, but I just want to keep going because I love them. Then we have Lock In by John Scalzi. I had heard about John Scalzi, but I hadn't read any of his books, and then lately with the movie Me Before You coming out, and with that book, there has been so much discussion about disability and representation, and people in BookTube I've been talking to about this topic. One of them, I believe it was Jenna, but it might have been Joss, I can't remember. They said that John Scalzi's book, Lock In, was a really good book and had great disability representation, and so I decided to go and pick that up from my library, and it's great because it will be a diverse book, and he has a lot of representation of a bunch of different types of people, so of different races and sexualities and abilities and all of those things. And so I realized last month for May I hadn't really read any diverse books, really, at least not that I could really remember, and so I really want to try and make up for that, and so this is one of the diverse books I will be reading in June. Then the other diverse book that I want to read is A Cut of Witch by, I'm sorry, I can't say her name, but there's the author, and I will put her name down below. I'm sorry, I'm ignorant. But this is also one that focuses on disability. It's about a girl named Sunny, and she lives in Nigeria, but she's albino, and she looks like she's from West Africa, but she also is a great athlete, but on the other hand, she is allergic to the sun. And I've heard such great things about this book, and that it's fantasy and great diverse representation, and it's an awesome story and great characters, and so I am really, really excited to read this book. Then I picked up Summer Days and Summer Nights, edited by Stephanie Perkins, and there are short stories from all of these fantastic YA authors. I loved My True Love Gave to Me, which was a Christmas version of this, of 12 holiday stories written by 12 popular YA authors, and I just really loved it so much. It was diverse and cute and fun and light and just a really great holiday read, and so when I heard that she was bringing out Summer Days and Summer Nights, I knew I had to pick it up when it was released, and when I met Stephanie Perkins in October, she was talking about it a lot and just how excited she was and how the stories in here are just brilliant. And so I'm really, really excited to kick off summer and read Summer Days and Summer Nights, and if it's anything like My True Love Gave to Me, it's also going to have some really great diverse representation and be a really fun light read. And I'm just really, really excited because I love these. And then I am planning to read a Throne of Glass book a month leading up to the release of Empire of Storms in September. And so last month I read The Assassin's Blade and Throne of Glass again. And so that means this month I am rereading Crown of Midnight by Sarah J. Maas. And I'm super excited about it because there's just something about the Throne of Glass series and Selena and all of these characters that completely draw me in every time, and I get totally swept up in it. And yeah, like, again, I understand a lot of the criticisms that people have about Sarah J. Maas and her writing, and they're totally legit, but I completely love Sarah J. Maas and the books and the stories that she writes. And then there are a couple books for book clubs that I have requested for the library that I haven't gotten yet that I'm going to be reading this month. The first one is A Wizard of Earthsea by Ursula K. Le Guin, I think is how you say her name. And this was the pick for my Facebook book club called The Bookworms, and this was the pick we had for June. I really don't know anything about it other than it's probably some kind of fantasy thing, because wizards. And I love wizards and fantasy, so you know, that's cool. And then I also want to read The Argonauts by Maggie Nelson. This is a book that the Slutty Book Club is reading, and I love the Slutty Book Club. If you guys haven't checked them out yet, they're fantastic, and I love them to pieces. And I haven't read any of the books that they've been, like, hosting on their channel yet. And so I requested this from the library, and hopefully it will be coming in soon, because it looks like something different for me. I don't really know a whole lot about it, but I'm always willing to expand my horizons and read something that I may not normally pick up. And then there is the TOMETOPPLE readathon this month that I just heard about a couple days ago, and it looks like so much fun. Basically, it's reading books that are over 500 pages long. It is 2 weeks long. I will link the announcement video for it so you can get all those details. And it seemed really cool because I love big books, and sometimes they kind of just get intimidating though, and you don't have time to read them, or you're like, oh my gosh, like, when am I going to have a chance to read this really big book? The thing is that some of my library books are due at the very end of when the readathon is. And so I know I can renew books and everything like that, but I don't want to renew, like, every single book I checked out from the library. And none of them are over 500 pages. They're not very long books. And so, tentatively, for the TOMETOPPLE readathon, I'll be reading The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. I have been hearing about this book for forever, and people just raving about it. And I remember seeing Patrick Rothfuss at NerdCon, and he was awesome. And so I finally picked up the book a few weeks ago, and I haven't had a chance to read it, and I've been itching to. And so hopefully I will be reading this during the TOMETOPPLE, and it will be glorious. I also might cheat and include Crown of Midnight in that, because even though technically it's not 500 pages, it's like 420 pages, but I figure Name of the Wind is like 700 pages, so it kind of works. And then also one of the challenges for the readathon is to break up your reading by reading graphic novels. And so if I do decide to participate, I'm going to see what graphic novels I can pick up from my library. I'm thinking maybe some of the Dresden Files graphic novels, because this is the one I'm reading right now is the most recent one that's been released, and I don't know what I'm going to do with myself until the 16th one is released. So I will probably be craving some Harry Dresden once I'm done with Skin Game. And I realized I totally forgot about my TBR wine glass. In case you don't know, I made a challenge for myself to put a bunch of books that have been sitting on my shelves for months and months and maybe sometimes years that I haven't read yet, and put them all in a wine glass and pick one out every month to read. So, here we go. We've got Cold Mountain. So, here we go. We have Cold Mountain by Charles Frazier. It is a historical fiction book that takes place during the Civil War, and it is one of the favorite books of one of my really good friends that I just haven't read yet, and I've been wanting to read it, and so I am super excited to read it. Unfortunately, I was hoping it'd be over 500 pages long, but it's like 450 pages long. So, I don't know, maybe I'll cheat with this one, include this with TOMETOPPLE too. I don't know. We'll see. So, that is my TBR for June. So it will be an interesting month, and we'll see if things actually happen. I really hope I can do the TOMETOPPLE-a-thon, because it would just be really fun, but who knows what's going to happen, and yeah. So let me know what what you guys are planning to read, and I'd like to hear all about them. If you've read any of these books, please tell me your opinions. And warning, if I know you read one of these books and I'm really, really into it, I might be messaging you constantly about it. So there we go. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you later. Bye.